and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Today's episode is once again sponsored by the Beauty's Wigs. Now, if you want to look as gorgeous as I do, this is a Yaki 22-inch wig. You can have it Yaki straight, Yaki coily, styled. So this is a Yaki straight and styled like this. So you can just name your specification and then we get that sorted for you. Now let us dive into today's episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about Sentobi, Nollywood actor. He's actually a Nollywood legend. He's one of the pioneers of Nollywood movies. Sentobi is the lover boy. Sentobi is in action movie. He's actually built for different kind of role, be it a king, be it a prince, be it Denzel Washington kind of action movie, be it the lover boy. He's handsome. So he has been in the industry we grew up watching Sentobi's movie, and if you're one of those people that like Nollywood movies in the early 2000s, you would know Sentobi. He is that good. Now Sentobi has passed on, and it's been a long time he made any Nollywood movie. Sentobi got married and decided to leave the Nollywood scene. According to sources then, his wife was a top telecommunication executive or something like that. So he stopped acting movies, according to people, by the directive of his wife, because she felt as with her position, she does not need to be hearing that her husband is running around doing all these things, kissing people, for instance. I mean, Sentobi was the lover boy. Most of his scenes, he was kissing everybody. So according to sources, they said she felt that with her prestigious career and background, she does not need that kind of publicity. Sentobi stopped acting movies. He was at the peak of his career at that point. He stopped acting movies and he went back to businesses he was running, and according to people, he was very successful at what he was doing. However, online speculation, people started speculating that Sentobi his marriage is in crisis. He has problems. I remember when Emekike came out to talk about his family issues, people said Sentobi was in the same situation, but Sent was determined to make his marriage work. Sent stayed back. Now, there was so many speculation about the wife controlling him, about the wife's family controlling him, because they felt, okay, now that because before then, acting was his source of income. So when he was made, according to sources, to stop acting, his wife took over the financial responsibility, because, I mean, when you start a business, it doesn't just start making millions. The wife was funding the business or the family at that point. Now, the wife's family were not happy about it. They felt Sentobi was taking advantage of their sister. They started chasing Sentobi around. All those speculations were reported online, but people felt because Sentobi was quiet and the wife was not saying anything, people felt these are just people, enemy of progress, trying to spoil a very happy marriage, a very happy home. Now, ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend, or this Sunday to be precise, news broke that Sentobi has passed on. The reason why people were not aware of it, or because it was just like a speculation, the family did not make any official statements. Nobody was talking from his wife or anything. Nobody was saying anything. Now, everybody was kind of mourning Sentobi, because they said, how can somebody that big die or pass on and nobody was saying anything about it? Nobody from the family was talking. Nobody from the wife's family was talking, like no official statement. One of Nollywood top producers and executive actually released a statement talking about, like, explaining why both the families are not making any statement, because there was trouble in paradise even before he died. According to him, he said that all the speculations regarding his marriage, Sentobi's marriage, was true. You know, all the people talking about how the wife's family was trying to harass him was true. According to him, they got married. Even during the marriage, no Nollywood execs were invited. I mean, you can imagine Sentobi with his career. He was top of his career at that point, but Sentobi got married with nobody in attendance. According to him, he said people felt that the wife, being a private person, she doesn't want any Nollywood influence and all that. And then Sent Obi, trying to make his marriage work, left that even naming ceremony, Sent Obi did not invite any colleague to that naming ceremony. So according to the producer, the siblings started giving them hell, especially Sent Obi, and the wife was not saying anything. He said there was a time he saw Sent Obi, he had a knife caught in his eyes, and Sent said that the wife's brother actually jumped into the house to stab him. And he was still in that marriage. He stayed there until the marriage eventually broke down. They took the children. I don't understand why Nigerians weaponize kids. They use children as a source of punishment to either of the spouse. Let's say if the wife gets the children, you cannot see your children. Maybe the wife gets the kids because she has, in this case of Sent Obi, she weaponized the children. She was not allowing Sent Obi to see the children. I don't know why people do these things. If you're married to anybody and you have children with that person, nobody forced you to have children for that person, regardless of if that person turned out to be a madman. Regardless of what had happened, regardless of what had led to that divorce, you chose to marry that person. You chose to have your children with that person. So regardless, I don't know why people do these things. If your wife, you have a problem and you eventually divorce, and the man had to take custody of the children, they always refused the woman to see the children. Now in Sent Obi's case, she was the one that had the money. She refused Sent Obi's access to the children. He was depressed. He started having health challenges, health issues, and before you know it, he was gone. They said he literally died crying for his children. Why do people do these things? I don't get it. And you see a lot of people coming to complain online. Why would people do like this? In their own family, they are doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. And you wonder, why are people like this? Anybody that chooses to have children, you chose to marry that person. Whether you marry the person or not, you chose to have... I don't understand. We're not in the 19th century that you can say, I accidentally have a child. You cannot accidentally... You knew you were pregnant. You knew you had... I don't get it. People should stop weaponizing children. People should stop it. At the end of the day, you don't know how that is going to emotionally affect people. And according to sources, this was what affected Sent Obi, and he never recovered from it because he was not allowed to see his children. As this conversation was going on, people started making comparison with Yul Edochie. I mean, Yul Edochie is a gift that keep giving. I don't know. I don't even want to mention him here, but people started making comparison. According to insiders, they said that this is exactly what happened with May Edochie, because of her people were stressing Yul and all that, and he just decided to step out, and that was how he was able to survive. That if Sent Obi had done the same thing, we will still have Sent Obi, today. I don't even want to believe that is true, because I believe that everybody has free will. Sent Obi, I don't know, because I think different people deal with things differently. People handle stress differently. There are some people who are just, instead of speaking out, they will internalize certain things until that people don't understand mental health. People don't understand when you have issues and you just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. We have lost Sent Obi. It is very sad. It is very sad, because this is a talent. I don't even think he's up to 60. He's not. He's in his maybe late 50s. And he was still looking, RMD. At the end of the day, we don't know the complete story, but I would say anybody that is before you get married to somebody, regardless, and you want to make a child with that person, just know at the back of your mind that regardless of what happened in that marriage, the both of you produce those children, and the both of you should have access to the children. Whether the man, whether the woman, whether you claim now that the woman is a mad person walking on the street, you slept with her and produced those children. She carried them for 9 months. She should have access to the children. In the case of Sentobi, yes, the wife had custody of the children because she made more money. And then she was denying him access. Why? Because you feel, he is not responsible. You made this man stop acting. This is what I tell people. Before you get married to anybody, don't think about now. Don't think, whatever he's saying now, I am agreeing to it. Think about 10 years. Think about 20 years. Your situation 10 years or 20 years ahead. How does that look? Would you be happy with that picture? If you're going to be, don't think, let's just get into it and then see what happens. This is where we have problems. And then people will start stressing every other person around. I don't understand. People need to just think before you pick a partner. Before you, especially women, they want to get married. The man will tell them, you're a banker. Stop going to work. I don't want my wife to be a banker. And then they quit their careers to stay at home. And when that marriage ends, they start looking at them like deadbeats. But this woman was working before you married her. In the case of Sentobi, he was at the top of his game, making millions. And then he met her because she was a top executive. I don't need my husband to be doing all those things. Now he left the career to please you. At the end of the day, your family will not even allow him to rest. And you couldn't even defend your husband. You could not do it. It is sad all around. It is just a sad situation. A sad end for a legendary actor like Sentobi. People should just be careful. Before you leave your career for a man, for a woman, for a marriage, think about it. Think about 10 years from that point. Look into the future. Look into the future. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Today's episode is once again sponsored by Didi Beauty's Wigs. This is a 22-inch Yaki and I am loving it. So I just styled it coily. You can really literally do anything you want to do with it, straight, coily, whatever you want to do, and it's going to come out looking gorgeous. So leave me a comment in the comment section if you are happy with this, or if you have anything to say about today's topic. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like and share. Thank you very much. Bye bye.